Hello, everyone. Here we are, back at the Harmonic Crowns of the Multiverse. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We have a beautiful show for you tonight. And I would say a show that is the truth that we're telling. So here we are, our three beautiful, beautiful two queens that are sun, shining up under us and giving us the power of confidence and wisdom and all the beauty that we bestow right here, right now, this present moment. I am Pamela, and that is Queen Tiara. And we have Hillis Pugh that is going to blow your socks off. Here we go. I choose to have more because I keep coming and I just keep loving on me so much more.
I choose to have more joy in my morning, more peace in my nights, more ease in the hours between. I choose to have more love that surrounds me, love that lifts me, love that flows endlessly through me.
I choose to have more abundance, abundance in my body, abundance in my home, abundance in every corner of my life. I choose to have more freedom, freedom to move, freedom to dream, freedom to create the life that is ours.
I choose to have more beauty, beauty in what I see, beauty in what I feel, beauty in every simple moment. I choose to have more laughter that fills the air.
It's just my theme song. And anytime you'd like to look or ask me what it is, just inbox me. Because it's about all of us, everyone, the whole energy, the whole factor of positivity, the whole optimistic mind, that whole dimension is right here because I'm choosing to have more. Every single day, every single minute, every single second, no matter what is coming, I'm going to see the program before it gets there, and I'm going to realize this was played before. No, this is not working. Let's stop this program right here, and we're going to create another program. So we just cancel that one and we annul it and bring back the proceeds, and we have more that keeps coming every single time we catch that wrong frequency that's coming in. All right, we're gonna start with Hillis. Hillis is coming for us, and he's going to tell us what he's been doing for the last couple of years and where he is today, and show you how the power of miracles, they happen right there in the present moment.
Well, you said the past couple of years. I don't even know how to put that into a statement. I mean, there has been so much personal evolution.
That's what I want to hear about.
You know,
there you go. You're centered. I feel that. I felt that drop in there like a drop of just water just dropped into the ocean. Just like, oh, I'm going to start right here. Go ahead. I feel it.
You know, and usually we always start at the beginning.
Right.
But I'm going to start at the end.
I'm
starting at the end because what you see is the result of years of self-reflection, years of dedication, years of discipline. And yeah, it's been rocky at times, but you know, it takes those rocky moments for us to really realize who we are, what we are, really to step into that energy that we call our power, right?
Yeah.
So me here being this omniresonance architect, me being here, being of service to others, being of service to the planet, being of service to the world, being of service to these multidimensional energies, being of service to many souls, it takes a lot of presence and a lot of stillness and understanding what that stillness looks like and what it feels like. And through my own personal practices of mushroom medicine, plant medicine, various meditations, different techniques, different modalities, everything from the Syrian, Lemurian light energy that I channel, along with creative energy, elemental energy that I channel. It's really understanding the energy around us, understanding all that truly is. Understanding the matter that is life, and understanding that life is matter. Understanding the mirror, the reflections of life in itself. So these past 2 years have been the space of not just understanding the ancestors and the symbolism that has come up through, Egyptian times and the Atlantean times and times of Muth, times of Lemuria, times of ancient energy and technology.
Tiamat.
Yeah, exactly. Bringing all that energy into this moment.
Don't forget me. Don't forget
No,
me.
no, not at all. Not at all. And so when we
You Lemurian devil.
but when we sit in the space of really understanding all of it, and then the embodiment of the planet we call Earth, our home, the sentient being, the being of unconditional love and respect that provides for all, that provides everything,
Yeah.
right? And
For
so
now. Until they take the ice wall down and we go to our mansions that have already been placed.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about the Trutharian version.
Right. And so, well, if we want to get into the inner earth and
Oh
Shambhala
yes,
and all of that.
that's where I live at. See,
Yes,
like
we
I
do.
said, I'm a Trutharian.
The inner
So
earth.
I'm not trying to get on here and lie to nobody so they can say,
No,
oh,
definitely not.
no. She knew about this way before and didn't tell us. No, I'm not
Right.
going to be another Farrakhan. I'm not going to be another, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm not going to be another Martin Luther King.
I
Because
knew that's where you were going, of course.
that's because in my studies I found out some really heavy duty stuff about some of the leaders of our country have sold out way before we even knew that they was a part of the sellout. So I'm just saying I'm a Trutharian. I'm not gonna sit on here and not let you know that in 1939 that Valiant Thor came and placed himself in the government under a siege to work for the government for free so that he could help all this. And they thought they was capturing him, but he was capturing him.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna.
Let me tell you how we do it in the angelic realm. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
no,
why I
there's
like Hillis.
so much. There's so much.
Yes.
And so when we talk about Earth, when we talk about the energies, when we talk about the parallel universes, the multidimensionality of life, when we talk about all of this,
yeah,
you have to be in a place of receptivity to understand it all. Mm-hmm. Because if your mind isn't right, then you're not going to be able to comprehend the energy of what's around you or being gifted or given to you. And you're not going to be able to accept that you can send somebody a message 1,000 miles away just through thought. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be able to accept the fact that you can heal your own body through constant meditation and prayer and using crystals or using water itself. I mean, to heal your own body. There's these things, these faculties that we are truly capable of, but because we've been deceived and the knowledge has been hidden from us for centuries, that we don't accept it.
Not only that, though, let's get to another factor why we have been deceived or why we haven't come to our reckoning. We've been electronically sabotaged by our own races, and there's different races of us, that.
Well, it goes beyond further than race now. It goes
No,
much
I'm not talking about
further.
race. I'm talking about from different planets, from different
galaxies.
galaxies.
Different galaxies.
There are galaxies within galaxies. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, don't
okay,
yeah, yeah.
look, what I'm saying is we were electronically controlled, but some of us are the original gods, and some of us have waken up, and some of us can't. We know, we can feel it, we can hear it, we dream it. It's like we're chasing the truth at every second right now.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. And it's here we go. Okay.
it's
You know,
about the
that's
acknowledgement, right? It's the acknowledgement of truth because here, centuries ago, after the fall of Egypt and the rise of the Roman Empire, that's when humanity took the turn. That's when we began to lose our sense of self and begin to forget even more so, who we are, what our capabilities are, what we can do, and what, all these things, everything from the healers to the psychics to the high priests and priestesses, all these things, because of one culture lived in fear because they didn't understand, well, what are they doing? How is he levitating? How is he resurrecting? How is he? And so when the mind is not able to grasp the technology of the human, right? The technology of the
I've been
human.
telling Terri about that. Terri, have I not been speaking on this? Because last I was on the last podcast, they jumped off the podcast because I was asking them why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
Why, if we know that we're not in real time and we know we're already home, we're already there.
Yep.
Are we not tripping on the biggest thing in this 3D right now? That we're sitting here in a molecular computer that doesn't even know it's a computer.
Well, that's the thing. We have been so entrained that this
looks like it's old technology when it's actually the technology they're chasing.
Yeah, it is. It's trying to recreate what has already been created. It's trying to, because the thing is, our biology technology wasn't meant to last 50 years, 70 years, 80 years, 100 years. It was meant to last
forever.
Years.
It was meant to last forever.
But it is because of the Roman Empire that things, like I said, began to turn, and we, shifted our beliefs collectively. And with our collective shift, it lessens who we are. But now collectively, we are moving into, no, let me rephrase. Collectively, we are in 4D. And for those who do not understand what 4D is, it is the way station to 5D. And in 4D, all the chaos that you're seeing, all the tribulations that you're seeing, everything that you're seeing now is a result of us being in 4D, meaning that we have to let it go. We have to let all the weight, all the trauma, all the drama, all the pain, all the stuff, we have to let all of that dissipate, all of that dissolve, and be free from all that before we can get into 5D. Because how can you get into fifth density, fifth dimensional energy, the space of unconditional love, and that's a whole other story. How can we get there if we're carrying all of this other stuff? We can't. It's like the old adage goes, the story in the Bible. When you get to the gates of heaven, right? You're going to be judged by the life that you live. And so those who lived such a life of peace and purity will be entered. Bullshit. Sorry.
You are able to say whatever you want to on this.
Yeah, I know, but
soft place to land. Soft place to land. Always be you. Don't you? That's this soft. You be you, because I know you be you for a long time.
Yeah.
You
So
that I know about you is
yeah,
beautiful you.
yeah. Thank
So
you. Thank you.
yeah.
So as I was saying, so you get to the gates of heaven, and you live in this life of peace and purity, and you enter in these gates. But if you haven't lived the life of peace and purity, you're not able to enter. This is an analogy. This is a metaphor for fifth dimensional living. That when you get into these gates, you will have that peace, you will have that love. And we are in the space of suffering through the school of earth, through these experiences. But we have to remember that every experience lived is a catalyst for the remembrance of who we truly are. And we don't even begin to remember who we truly are till the physical age, the biological age of 50. Can you just imagine living a whole life like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And it finally hits you like, oh wait, this is who I am.
Keep it up, bro. You going.
you
You
know,
going. I'm loving it because everything you're saying is true. But there are some things I have to add.
oh no, yeah, go right ahead.
Um, there are some people living in certain dimensions, and there are certain people living in other dimensions. Now, all dimensions aren't lived in the same timeline. Some timelines are totally different timelines where certain words or certain gestures or certain experiences aren't even experienced. And by hearing the story, you know the tribe.
Right.
And so sometimes with the story they were saying, you have an updated story from that. Like,
Right.
in fact, it's not even updated because it never even existed in there.
Right.
So
So
there's a whole nother freaking level.
level, yeah.
And
It's
even though that person is saying what they're saying and it's true in a certain sense, that sense really is not pertinent at the time of now. Because right now, it's infinite possibilities. We're at infinite level. We're at high capacity. Okay. The queens have woken up. Okay. The mountains have woken up. The elements of earth have woken. The sun has reproduced. We're at high capacity and energy to transport or to jump to any timeline we truly want to.
okay. So yeah, I need to break this down a little bit because
Okay, let me finish.
yeah.
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you correct me because once you correct me, then we'll both get an analogy
oh yeah.
of what's going on because that's how much I love you. But
Yeah.
anyway, so what I was trying to say was, where was I at, Terri?
With high capacity.
Okay, we're at high capacity that we can walk out and we already see what they've mimicked about us. The body, the carbon-based body. We've already seen, they've already tried to create all the mimics. The ears, the nose, and da. Okay, so la. We're above that. We're in another freaking time zone because our consciousness has seen. Okay. And now it's not about unseen or about fixing anything you've seen. It's just about realizing that what you've seen in consciousness doesn't actually exist. It only exists in a certain capacity if it's from the law of one. And the law of one is love is everything. It creates, it never dies. There's energy doesn't die, it just recreates itself. So if there's no end, there's no beginning. We're just right in the present all the time. We choose to live this life to create these canvases where we're in this. It's to the point now in life where we have stopped creating canvases because why should we do that when we can just jump?
Yeah.
Now you can write it out, but you don't have to create a permanent canvas for you to stay in prison there so you can learn some more lessons. No, you don't got to do that.
Exactly. So this is interesting.
Absolutely, it is.
So
I'm enjoying
I'm
myself
going
too.
to help to refine this,
Oh yeah.
to refine it. So you talk about that we're a high capacity. There's no such thing. It's just the individual belief of the capacity of the vessel or the vehicle that can hold.
Okay, you're not.
No. I get what you're saying. No. Follow me. No. Follow me. Follow me.
No, because what I meant by high capacity, that means like we're at 0 point. We're not even visible. No one can see us. It's unseeable. It's unseeable. Right. When something's unseeable, that means it's never been created before. That's all I'm saying. And we're at this. It's even in the Bible. It said we'll do greater things.
Oh, right.
So all these greater things that people don't realize are not majestic material movies or whatever. These greater things are clairvoyance and all of our gifts that we were given when we were in different tribes, or Lemuria, or Marduk, or whatever. And that's the specialty that's coming out right now. Is being able to see an orb, or being able to look straight into the sun and not go blind for hours, or being able to do these different things.
I'm told I'm there. No.
Okay.
Just follow me. When I say there's no capacity, it's just the belief that we are limited. Okay. When in fact we're not. Okay.
Yeah.
And so all these spaces of different timelines and different dimensions and this and this and this and this.
Okay.
It has created the space of separation. The illusion of separation. Okay.
Okay.
So people, and I talked about this before long ago. Okay. So when people often talk about, oh, we had a timeline jump. Oh, we had a timeline jump. Oh, we had a timeline jump. Timeline jumps is all you're doing is there's just the energy and the perception of your awareness to another reality that has been created for yourself through your own conscious thoughts and awareness. That's all that is. So when someone says, I want to move to a different timeline, everything else is still going to be the same, except you'll be different. People may remember you differently, people may see you differently, but your consciousness takes you to another space that you have consciously materialized. And so there's a difference between materialization and manifestation. Which you talk about the canvases and painting. Manifestation is pulling something in that's already existed.
Yeah.
It already exists somewhere in this reality.
Right.
Materialization is pulling in something that has yet to be created in this reality. So you take your consciousness, creator consciousness, soul consciousness, work with that energy to bring forth what it is that you desire. Because we talk about, having these abilities and having this and having connection to this energy or that energy or this consciousness or that consciousness. It is in the vein of acceptance and knowing that everything already exists. So when we believe that what we want already exists, there's no desire, no need to jump into something else because it already exists. So we bring it to us. We become magnets to our consciousness.
Pretty much saying the same thing, but in a more...
Yeah, so our consciousness is the magnet. Our heart is the magnet. All of the stuff we bring to us. And so when we talk about these other dimensional spaces and realities and realms, when we move up to these levels, to 10th dimension, 20th dimension, all these levels and realities, we then allow ourselves to be open to perceive what is there and become infinite.
Exactly. There we go. That's exactly what I was saying.
Right.
A whole different... I'm saying the same thing.
Let me refine it for you.
Yeah,
refining
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Yeah, because
so
it's
very
like
much.
you're welcome.
That's why I wrote in when you asked me to make your review, I said he breaks it down very softly to you. But you have to be
And
willing to be ready. You
yeah,
gotta
you
be
have
like,
to be
I'm
ready.
ready.
Everyone has to be ready.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be hungry to be ready. I mean, just hungry for positivity. You see so much, you deal with so much, you know, and you're just like, I know it exists. I know it exists. I know it exists.
I mean, we deal with trauma on a daily basis. I mean, we as babies, newborn, we are born into trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, but being born is an act of trauma.
It's actual trauma.
It is.
Yes.
Because we're moving from one state to another.
Exactly. Exactly. We
And
landed.
Yes.
exactly. Because I believe it's in the second or third trimester, depending on the soul. Second or
Yes.
So
third
when you're about to
trimester.
turn into crystalline, everything you do sounds like a high pitch. Like when I clap my hands, my ears went back. If I'm sounding off like that, if I'm sounding off like that to myself, do you imagine what I'm sounding off to when I'm in the atmosphere? When I'm out there doing my God walks and I'm out there talking to the elements. So if I'm
Yeah.
sounding off that just that light,
Yeah.
on those bells, I'm a walking musical instrument.
Well, we all are. We all vibrate.
Exactly. But I say I have acquired that. And that takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, it does. And that's the thing people don't realize. And so when I was in my studies of reading one of my books of Mu, and they talk about Jesus and they talk about Moses and how Moses was almost like the opposite of Jesus, okay? In every way. You know, there's always been this thing of how Moses was like this dark wizard and he had access to this, but you know, they show him in this light because you know the heroes
They hid that in the Bible. They hid that in the Bible. They hid that. But if you read the Gospel of Thomas, and there's a lot of different in the Gospels, you can go. See, I went all the way to seminary. Like I was in the church when I became awoke at the altar, getting ready to get my license for eldership. So I'm standing there getting ready to go in line. I'm standing there, and there's other people in line getting ready to be ordained. And something's coming up to me in my ear saying, "Don't step up."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's because the thing is, you have to remember everything that Jesus did. He studied. He studied for 12 years.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
studied for 12 years. And what's fascinating is about how they talk about his miracle of walking on water.
Meditation.
He
Yes.
didn't walk on water, people.
No.
He levitated.
Levitated.
Yes.
He levitated over water.
Right.
And that's using the elemental energy,
Over water.
mental energy to help him hover, to levitate. And
Yeah.
until this day, I have yet to do it because I have yet to study to get that far in my studies. But I've seen
I am
people
seeking that, but you know, I have to giving up the 3D level all the way and trusting that I can handle this myself. Yeah, but
we all need
I'm
teachers.
not gonna come to
Yeah,
that.
we all need, teachers, camaraderie, you know,
Yeah.
the people you hang around the most, that's what you're going to be, you know. So
Yeah.
surrounding ourselves with those of like mind that
We are
take this journey
elevating
arm
each
in
other
arm.
as we speak, and
Arm
as
in
we're
arm.
on here right now, we're elevating each other.
Yes, absolutely.
I can feel. I'm over here going. I'm over here feeling. You know, because it's just that good to me. See, when
Yes.
it becomes. See, I'm gonna explain something to you. When I was a Christian, but see, I remember many lives before that. But I'm saying in this life as a Christian, I remember, and this is something that I get treated bad for at jobs, regular jobs. This is something, and I'm gonna say this as a Christian. As a Christian, I was dedicated. I read the Bible every year. I could be on my way to work. If I didn't get in my scriptures for the day, my scriptures or whatever it was, it could be 2 or 3 chapters or whatever, I would be on the BART and I'd be reading. I'd take my car to the bar and get on the bar and read my scriptures all the way to work. I was at prayer, started prayer in the morning when nobody came to church. I was on my knees, nobody was on their knees. I did what I was supposed to do to obtain what I had obtained. I went to seminary, I went all that. But see, all my people have been in the church for 7 generations. So I've seen a lot of darkness in the church, a lot of darkness. So and as I was raising, I was even seeing more darkness that was coming at me. People was just testing me, trying to get me to beat them up and stuff. It was unbelievable. And so at that time, and when I became an elder, my son ordained me. Now remember, this is my son. Okay, so my son ordains me, which is a miracle child that should have never been born. That I wrote a thing and wrote and said, God, I need a child, blah, blah, blah. Visually, you're going to make it plain. And it came. Okay, through a love spell that I was under for 6 years, and it broke. But I got that out of it, which was something as a holy child. You know, this whole thing that I'm living right now, being dead 7 legal times, 8 unrecorded, blind, paralyzed, being able to look into the sun and not go blind. This thing, this life that I'm living right here, right now, that people don't understand or understand that I am for real about this. This is not a game to me. I sit and played with the birds for at least 15 minutes today in the sky as the eagles did muckaballs. They do this over me. The birds talk to me outright. The trees wave at me. The mountains put hearts in the elements. And even a light that's starting to shine over my head that I see every I wake up, see a light, and the light's over my head. Recently, just the light is over my head. But these are things that are happening to me. I'm not saying they're going to happen to everybody else, but they did happen to Buddha. They did happen to Jesus. They did happen to Christians. They did happen to a lot of people that are not in books.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People don't understand what the fall of civilization was after Osiris died. Was after the Osirian religion. After the Osirian religion fell was when the Romans came in.
Yep.
That's where that is where we are today. We are still, even though this is the 5th, 6th civilization, it all started in the 3rd. No, wait. 3rd, yes, it all started in the 3rd civilization. And that energy carried on from millennia. So when we now are in this space of we're done, we're moving on from this reality that we have been anchored into as a collective. We're now allowing our energy to shift into something greater because we know we are greater than. We are no less than each other, but we are greater than what we were told we were. We believed this for so long, but now, it goes back to, the things that our parents would tell us as a kid. Oh, you're special. Oh, you're gifted. Oh, you're amazing. Like all these things.
Or not, because my people didn't tell me these things, but or not.
Yeah, or not. My mom used to tell me as a kid, you're special. You're like, so I'm like, huh? And you questioned it. It's like, I don't see what makes me different from anyone else. And so that's how we understand the space of equality. But yet, we label the things that we do, as healers, like being psychic or healing somebody or doing that. We label that as extraordinary.
Yeah, that's our regular nature.
That's our regular nature. That's exactly what I'm exactly speaking about, our natural nature. As when I go outside, that's my natural nature. So if I get out of a car and there's no people, and then all of a sudden there's just people everywhere, that's my natural nature.
Yeah.
I'm a magnet. But so my concern for me, as knowing and have I've been my researcher, researching me. I'm
Yeah.
in my world and my journey researching me so I can fully organize and straighten out my own garden so that when I'm walking, my garden presents itself before me instead of me making the garden present itself inside of me, because I'm already out there. I don't have to look out there. I can just stay here, stay in my circle, stay in my body,
Yeah, exactly.
stay right here in my body. And that takes a lot of discipline.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of
You
discipline.
get hijacked. Go ahead.
No, just it takes a lot of discipline to focus in your practice, in your studies, because only you can know you. You know, sometimes we get so not you personally, but as a collective, we get distracted by the outside world and what's going on, you know, with this or what's going on with that, distracting us from what, you know, we have to do, because that's, you know, when distraction came about in Roman times, you know, with the gladiator games. I mean, if that was another distraction, and now it continues through sports, so it continues through entertainment. It's all connected. And so, I mean, just imagine where we would be now as a civilization if we were not distracted all those millennia ago. I mean, can you imagine the normalcy of, you know, telepathy and pyrokinesis and telekinesis and all these things that
application? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I still feel, though, knowing that we've lived and been many things, some of us.
Yes. Yes.
Like I said, there are hierarchy. I have to say this. I know we're not supposed to be separate. We are separate. But there are hierarchy of hierarchy of hierarchy. There are levels of this energy. You don't just, you know,
wake up and you're in it. No.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm reading these conversations with God, and God says, "What do you think Hitler is?" He asked the man, and he said, "In hell." He said, "Why would I make a hell for somebody that I created to be their best version of themselves, so that they can go be punished for being who they were?" He says, "Everything I've done has been a purpose."
Yeah.
Everything as God is a purpose. There's a purpose to it.
Yeah.
So why would I kill a baby because I can? Or why would I start a nation because I'm God? That's not who I am. Those are the stories that other people have made me out to be. If you don't pray, if you don't do this, if you don't that, you're going to hell. Okay, well, I believe for a long time.
Well,
I'm not on that timeline.
Right. No, but this is the thing. This is how you have to you have to also look at it from this way space as well. Yes, there are, you know, we are all equal, but there are different levels of initiation
hierarchies. Yes.
to get to the certain to access certain abilities or to access certain knowledge. Yes, that is true.
Right. But some of us are on the same timelines, accessing the same knowledge and the same thing. So you have to be aware in these frequencies how things, like you said, you don't got to ask for them. It just come. That's why I choose to have more.
Right.
Because if you choose to have more, you're not going to choose nothing else but to have more. Thank you, universe. More of that, please. More of that, universe. More of that, universe. You know, because you choose to have freaking more. Yeah. It's just, I choose to have more.
That's a choice. And many don't know they even have that choice.
I had to make this choice today. I had to make this choice today. This is the choice that I made through the lessons and the events that have been happening in my life. I cannot choose chaos over my peace.
Right. So, but I want to go back to what you talked about Hitler, because that's because I want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you collaborate on that. But I chose today. Today I chose that I've got to choose me.
Yes. Yeah.
I've shown my love. I've shown my respect. And sometimes you got to cut off that and love you enough to say, hey, enough is enough towards me. I'm not going to harm me anymore. These are the choices I've got to make. That's the maturity that comes into being a Christ conscious being. That's it. is being accountable and saying, yeah, no one's harming me. I'm harming myself because I'm allowing other people to believe that they can harm me.
Yes.
So
Right,
you
I
got to
believe.
stand up and say no more.
No más.
Exactly.
Mas.
Exactly.
You have to. And, you know, when people, sometimes I say things, they don't receive it, but that's okay. They
That's right.
don't
Yeah,
receive it.
that's fine
Just
because
wipe
that's
the
where
dust
we
off your
are.
feet and keep
Uh,
going. Yes.
yes, because I'm a trutharian and I'm on a whole nother different level. And there are things I'm seeing now that when I turned 62, before I turned 62, like I said, this woman didn't see me go from different levels. We stopped talking, doing 3 or 4 of my levels
Yes.
because she had to she had to take care of her, and I had to take care of me.
Absolutely.
And it's like I don't know if she believed I was coming. I was probably already there before she got me there. That's how I feel. I'm feeling that, and I feel like I created her to come back to me and nudge me to wake up. She came to nudge me to wake up. Now, when I met you, I sought outside of myself, and at this time, there are times that I rarely will do that, but when I know that there's something that I need to answer on, I will. But then every time I go and ask for myself because I be asking somebody, they don't be there, so I go ask for myself, and then all the answers just start showing up. I don't know. Yeah, but it's so cool. I'm having fun. I really am having fun, and I'm not saying that life is, all roses and no thorns.
I mean, everything that's beautiful does have a thorn. I mean, because it's in this space
Two
of.
sides. Yeah.
But go ahead and tell me about Hitler. I'm ready.
So no, just as an example, going back to what I mentioned a little bit ago about our first trauma is being born, from one state to another state. And so every trauma that we have is a catalyst, is the space of growth, the space of acceptance, and the space of knowing who and what we are becoming to be. Because in the life selection process, when we are souls, when we're in the ethers, and we choose to have a life experience here to learn, to grow, to expand, we have these traumas lined up. And I don't know if I shared with you guys with this on the last one, but it was an experience that I had with the client approximately 2, maybe 3 years ago, maybe closer to 3 now, where I had this vision of what I call a round table, probably a ginormous round table, where it had at least 100 people or more around it. And this client was expressing, it's like, you're going to be my mother, you're going to be my father, so off and so on. And she finally got to the person who is going to be the one to abuse her, to make her suffer, go through what she needs to do.
Yeah.
And through this interaction, I understood that everything begins and ends in love, because of this person was chosen to be the catalyst of her life. When you begin to honor and accept these moments of trauma, these moments of suffering, the moments that we have endured to push us in the space of remembrance, which is, when we think of, Hitler and Hiroshima and all these what we would consider bad events, horrific events, these murderous events, the genocides of the world. Who do you think we would be if none of this happened? Because through evolution, something always has to happen to trigger evolution, and part of this is the yin and the yang, the balance and the order. Because when we existed, before there was anything, there was chaos in the universe, absolute chaos. The creator created chaos because the creator didn't know what he wanted. It was just like, I'm just going to create. You know, you ever see an artist throw paint on their
That's why we're fixing our mistakes now,
exactly.
Hillis.
Yeah, so
You're
you
doing
see,
that now.
Yes.
right, so exactly.
Thank you, sir. I'm so happy.
Yes, and so with us fixing our mistakes, you see the artist throwing the paint on the canvas, and it's like the creator, he didn't know what he was doing, so he's like, I'm just going to create.
Yeah.
And so he then created what is called the primary forces. We also call them, you know, if you also go to Egyptian texts, you also see the symbol for the Jedi, which is the primary force. And you also see it in the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. You also see it in the elemental energies. The four primary forces are represented in so many ways. Their sole job, their sole purpose is to bring order to the chaos. Just like you have the villain and the superhero archetypes.
Right.
The villain is going to go out and create chaos into the world and just do whatever the heck they want to do before the superhero goes in and saves the day. By this time, chaos is already done. Damage is already done. Superheroes goes in to fix it, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we are now. So now
It's
we're
so juicy.
phase of aligning back into order. That's where we are now. But I want to know, Terri, you have that disco ball. You've been holding that disco ball for like 10 minutes. What's up with the disco
I
ball?
was gonna just show you this year. This is a disco ball. Actually, somebody gave me this. All the multiverse, all the different facets and different dimensions are as vast as all of this. And look at how they sparkle. All those different choices, those different windows that we can experience whenever we choose.
Yes.
Whenever
Yes.
we choose. Look at that. And they light up for us and say, you want to come here now? Okay, come experience this now. Oh, good. So I just thought I wanted to share that. It's like I have it sitting in my living room and I was fascinating myself with it today. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that's exactly
I was
what it
doing
is.
that, right?
That's exactly what it is. I mean, we
Yes.
sit here and we have all these shiny objects that capture our attention, right?
Yes.
And we get distracted by one thing, and then we get disciplined by another. And then the same thing that distracts us brings that space of discipline. You know, it brings in that space of coherence. Because as we come back into alignment, as we come back into order, things begin to fix themselves.
Say that again, brother.
Are you inside of me or something? Because you like taking all my words out and
No!
but you're saying them in a different
language.
Refined.
Yes, your perception of the same thing that is in me that I'm expressing.
Well, we're all one. I mean, haven't you realized that yet?
And the story is so juicy that
I didn't got that yet. You're so funny.
I mean, there's got to be segments of this because Terri was saying we're going to start selling our stuff on this platform, which I had already told her I want everybody's stuff to be where everybody can make money, but even get copies of our, our lives, if we can get to that, But the thing here is that the three wisdom tree, there are some things what you said I don't agree. I don't believe it was a he. I believe it was a being that was genderless.
Yeah, genderless. I just say he.
I know. A lot of people say he, but it was genderless, and it was female. It was female. That's where the word female came from. Female. That's and she separated herself and made male. Anyway, Hillis.
Yeah.
I want you to do a meditation for the people today. I was going to do one, but you're all in me, like pulling me out. digging deep down in there, like Will Smith say, just deep down in there. And people like Will Smith, I'm a Libra, Libras, every tribe, every genocide, not genocide, but each like valiant Thorns and the Syrians and the Lemurians and the Lions. The Lions, they love me so much. They love me for it. But I'm just saying that these different origins, that's what it is, origins.
Yeah.
That hang around and we have fun with, me and Terri. I don't know if you get to have fun or not, but we be having fun with these different origins. They be sparkling like the disco ball. Like she's saying, that's exactly, that's a good terminology of everything I go through in a day. I told my sister that if we wrote down one day of everything that happened, we would make a multi-million-dollar movie if we put the details.
Of the details, yes.
It's all about the details, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
The details, yes.
So there are things that I say that you say that exactly what I say, but in a whole different perspective. And it's beautiful. I love to hear when you speak on these things, because then you bring another door or another window, another palette to the, what do you call those, blinds into what I'm
in the ladder.
Yes, and it's very intriguing. Very intriguing. So would you mind doing a 5-minute meditation for the people today?
I can't guarantee a big 5 minutes. It might be more. Who knows? We'll see what.
Oh, well,
time.
Woo,
I'm
ready. Well, yo. Don't act like I'm speaking my other tongue, because I will sit here speaking my other tongue. Believe me.
And it's in alignment because, since you guys are a few hours behind me, it's almost bedtime for me anyway. So, hey.
Where are you?
Share the
I'm on the East Coast.
Oh, you're on the East Coast. Where are you? Ohio?
No, I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay.
Where I want to go.
Okay.
Where I want to
go. Florida's beautiful. I've been to Florida. So
I've been trying to get there. But anyway, it's all good. If you want to use music, you can.
No, I'm good. I was looking at my altar because I'm sitting next to my altar, and
go ahead, do what you need to do.
If I needed to grab something, but I remember, and this is the space that I'm moving into. I am remembering that I am my own living altar.
There it is.
Yes, we are the Ark.
I told you this man is me. He's me.
Yes. Ark of the Covenant. Yes, we are. Yes.
I used to carry so much stones. I used to have stones all over me, and then they would just be breaking. They would just be breaking. They would just be breaking. I'll just break it now. I just, I got, stones, but they would just be breaking. And I got to the point when I started my meditation class in San Diego, I come to find out how powerful that power can be once you just be sitting there for an hour or more. And I didn't need any of those stones. And they proved it to me. And they proved it to me more and more. But the element of the stones being in the place and being around in certain areas can block off things. I always take me a Lapis Lazuli to work every day.
Yeah, no, they're very, very useful. They have their intentions and purpose. But when you are in the space of allowing yourself to be open to receive, to exchange the light, the energy, all that you are, it's not necessary, because when you are in the space of pure consciousness, all flows, all is in harmony, in resonance with what is being asked for. And so in this moment, I am going to ask everyone to take in a nice big deep breath into the belly. Hold it for a few seconds. And now exhale throughout the mouth. And as we sit in this space, allowing for you to realize your oneness, to accept the oneness that you are in the reality that you are, whether you're in fourth dimension, 10th dimension, in another timeline, in the timeline where you are all powerful. Know that that energy is drawn to you and your reality and your consciousness, because regardless of your physical location, your consciousness, your heart, your power comes to you when you ask, when you command of this light, the light that is you. It listens, it surrenders, it gives and makes way to you. And we ask, we command, we open ourselves now to receive this beautiful light, this light of pure consciousness, this light that is infinite, this light that is the blend of chaos and order, because one needs the other. When we accept ourselves as light and shadow, when we accept ourselves as chaos and order, when we accept ourselves in the blend of experience and existence, this is when true alchemy happens. The alchemy of acceptance, as this beautiful light begins to move through our bodies, moves through our consciousness, because we've called for this light. We call for this energy of the primary forces of Kahun, the energies of the Z, the consciousness of all that truly exists, the consciousness in the elemental energies in the air, water, earth, fire, the consciousness of universal planetary energies, galactic energies, solar energies, and the wisdom of the ancients, wisdoms of Egypt, wisdoms of Lemuria, the keepers of the wisdoms of Tibet, the keepers of the wisdom of Shambhala, and all the crystal cities here and beyond, allowing this knowledge to merge with us, those who are present in this space, those who are watching in this moment, now or later, because energy is infinite. Infinite energy knows no bounds. It is boundless, it is infinite, it is formless, because we accept this braided love of energy, this energy of love, love of loves, to be with us, to show us, to guide us, to open doors to the wisdom, to the light that we have asked for, that is in our hearts. And this be it personal for you. Allow for the door to open as you take a nice big deep breath into the belly. And exhale through the mouth. Allowing the receptivity space of the pineal gland to be open to receive this light, this wisdom, as your cells dance in excitement. Your neurons flow with wisdom into the body, into the heart, and moving it with grace and ease into the meridian system and circulatory systems, this vast energy filled with love and consciousness, delight, this delicious energy that you just live in because of your heart's desires to manifest, to materialize the life that has been asked for, being created. Offering thanks for this wisdom, thanks for this peace, thanks to being free from distractions and having the discipline to sit, to observe, to know, to feel, to understand the trueness, the oneness that is you. Not to live in separation, not to live in someone else's illusion and disillusion of self, to sit in your own magnificence, to sit in the magnificence that you have manifested and materialized for yourself. Understanding that every trauma is the catalyst, was the catalyst, and will continue to be the catalyst on the path of remembrance, the path of knowing true self with this gift of light, with this gift of knowing and understanding true peace, true happiness, with the emergence of this knowledge of self to access latent abilities, to access dormant aspects of the mind, to unify the hemispheres of the brain, to bring cohesion to the mind, to the heart, to the body, in true acceptance. And as you sleep this evening, allow for this wisdom to cover you in this cloak of light and safety and love and joy and wisdom and all the things that make this life, this reality, filled with pleasure, joy, and happiness. As we step into the path of knowing, we step into the path of the Creator, living as such, knowing as such, being as such. To simply be, to simply be, to simply be, offering thanks for this energy. Thanks for this wisdom. Thank you for this light. Thank you for the awe. And just take a nice big deep breath and just allow your eyes to open slowly. Allowing you to be present in this space, in this reality. Knowing that you are more.
Cute. Very, very
Shaman will say, aho mataki ase.
Ahomatakia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate you coming on, and hopefully maybe a month from now or two, you can come on again and do another segment on maybe even just like once every month, because those are these series that you can keep for yourself. I hope you're recording your own stuff too on your side, because you can do that.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that. See, I'm not a Zoom person.
I'll have this will be up. I don't know what she said. She already went shopping, so it might be up tonight.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine.
Yeah, so we'll send you a copy.
I've got separate copies for each speaker and all that stuff. I've got the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. So
beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you. Once again, let's see if we can say to everyone, thank you, Hillis Pugh, for being our guest on the Harmonic Crowns of the Multiverse. Yay! Right now, we're going to play a little bit of my delicious song. I know you guys are not getting tired of my song. Don't even try to get me. No. Here we go.
I choose to have more joy in my morning, more spend my nights, more ease in the hours between. I choose to have more love that surrounds me, love that lifts me, love that flows endlessly through me.
I choose to have more abundance in my body, abundance in my home,
Well, we just want to say thank you to all of our watchers and our viewers. We choose to have more freedom. We choose to move. We choose to dream and to create the life we desire. Here we go, as we are going to say good evening and have a wonderful rest of your month. This is January the 14th. Yes, it's went fast. And our beautiful guest, Hillis Pugh, my girl, Queentier. Come on back now for the next segment.
I will.
We're going to have Aquaman.
Oh, Alpha's gonna be on. I have to watch that.
We're going to put Boogie in. All right, I'm way down the soul energy vibe. I love you. And here we are. Thank you. All right now.